Hello everyone, and I apologize if my thing is a little bit dark right now. It's dark outside, I don't have good lighting. But anyway, welcome, and this is going to be my top winter 2017 anime picks with me, the OtomenOtaku. Alright, so let's get started. Note that this is not like any of these series are done by a long margin. These are just the ones that I'm watching out for this season. And these are in no particular order. So the first one is ACCA 13, excuse me, I think it is. 13 Territory Inspection Depot. I think this one has one episode out right now, and from what I've seen thus far, it's really clever. I think it has a really interesting idea, very original, and I'm excited to see more from it because I think it's very clever as of right now, and hopefully it's definitely going to be in my top 10 this season, so I'm hoping to see what else it brings to the table. Next, Akiba's Trip the Animation, or as I like to call it, Akiba Strip, because it's pretty much what this whole thing is. There's a lot of anime tropes in there, very stereotypical with a lot of stuff. It has a very interesting and weird idea, but it's certainly a typical anime in a lot of ways. I think it's funny. It's a nice little comedy, slight romance, harem anime that's going to be probably pretty good. It's got 2 episodes out right now, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I don't know if it'll be it probably might be top 10 worthy, might not be top 10 worthy, but it looks certainly interesting. Next, I know that this is at the top of my list for this season. It'll probably be number 1, and I'm positive this is the top of the list for a whole bunch of other people's this season. But Blue Exorcist Kyoto Saga, which is the 2nd season of this anime, and after the 1st season of this anime, I'm sure everyone was in love with it and loved it for what it was, as am I. I think it's an excellent, excellent anime. It actually has 2 episodes out right now, which I didn't know about, which means I'm going to have to go back and watch the 2nd episode pretty much after this is done. But I think it's very well done in a lot of ways. It's a very interesting idea. And, I found myself making characters for this anime idea in general, just because it's so well done and so nice. And so I have high expectations for this anime, and thus far from what I've seen, it's living up to that. Its art style is a little bit updated, which I like. It's gotten crisper, and I like that. Anyway, there's the Chain Chronicle Light of Hectatas, whatever the fuck it's pronounced. And it's interesting how this anime is coming out. It's coming out in 2 different versions. The movie version, which is 6 episodes, and the TV version, which is 2 episodes right now. I'm watching the TV version. I might go back and watch the movie version. I don't know if there's a huge difference between the 2, but I certainly think that it's certainly worth watching. It's a very, very interesting idea. I like the concept of it, that the hero, you start off with the hero, which is this guy over here, and going to be this guy soon too. You start off with kind of like the ending of an already existing anime plot that has failed. And it's weird to look at, and I would certainly watch it because it's hard for me to describe it. But thus far from what I've seen, is that it's like an adventure has already taken place, like an anime has already happened. A solid 24, maybe 26 episode anime has already happened with characters that are already developed and situations that are already done, things that are already explained, and it fails. And so now this is kind of like what happens afterwards, which I think is really clever and very well done. You don't get to see too much of that. It's a nice little fantasy action anime, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. There's 2 episodes out right now, and I think I have to go back and watch the 2nd episode too. And I would certainly recommend this one. It's going to be weird in the sense that it's a weird concept that's going to be done, but I certainly think it's watching worthy. Next is Fuka. I have actually not watched any of the episodes for this anime yet, but I plan to. I have read the manga though. And from what I've seen of the manga, it's a very, very well done manga. I love the manga. It is certainly feel worthy. It's going to be a music slash slice of life slash romance manga, and it's fairly well done right now. And from watching the anime, as you can probably already tell, I'm a little bit emotional from reading the manga itself. God, I will warn you, this gets feel heavy. It gets so feel heavy and so real by just a certain point in the anime. I don't want to say it. I think it's probably chapter 40 or maybe 50 in the manga series. It's up to 145, I think. 3 episodes, I get to watch it. I do plan on watching it, but that's after I've recovered from the feels and everything. It's just, God, it hits you right here. It's a really good anime, though. It's a really good series thus far, and I would certainly recommend it. Next is Interviews with Monster Girls. There are 2 episodes, and I definitely have to go back and watch the second episode because I haven't yet. I think it's a really, really interesting and very strange concept for an anime, but I think it's very well done. I certainly love it a lot. I think that the episodes in and of themselves are all really interesting, and the concept and the character development is fascinating to me. I love it. And so this is definitely going to be within my top. I'm pretty sure if it goes at the same pace it's going at, it's definitely going to be within my top 3 or 4. There's a lot of really good anime this season. It's going to be a very difficult choice for me to choose between them. I can already tell from some of the anime. Next is Konosuba's God's Blessing on This Wonderful World. After the first season of 10 episodes, I'm sure everyone wanted more of it, as did I. I love this anime. It's very well done, very interesting. It's like a comedy, fantasy, supernatural slice of life thing, which is action, and it's excellently done. I think that it's certainly one of the top animes of the seasons. It was spring, so you guys didn't see it in my last video, but I do think it was one of the top. It's certainly one of the top 3 of that season, and I think it's very well done. I would certainly love watching it. It's got 1 episode out right now, and I watched the shit out of it as much as you could. Its art style is a little bit updated, which I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the current art style for the previous one. I think I prefer the previous one, but I do think that its current art style and interactions is interesting. And the first episode was weird, but I certainly think that it fits and that it's interesting. I would rewatch the first season if I were anyone else, if you haven't seen this in a while, and I do think it's currently worth watching. Next is Masamune-kun's Revenge. There's 2 episodes out right now. I've seen both of those. It's going to be like a slice of life and a romance drama anime, and I think that it's, from what I've seen of it thus far, I think it's fairly well done. I certainly like it, and I think that it's going to be interesting to watch. I think it has a really good. I think the concept of it is cool. The main character is pretty cool. I do kind of want him to be less of an asshole, but I think that's also kind of the appeal, that he's kind of somewhat of an asshole a little bit, or at least kind of exploratory of that type of thing. And I do think that that's kind of a good. I think that it's an interesting concept for a main character, and I think that it's being done very well. As far as his character and the other characters go, and I think that it's certainly going to be an interesting anime, and I would definitely watch out for it because it's certainly going to be quite interesting. Next is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. It has 1 episode out right now. It's cute. It's a slice of life, supernatural. It's very, very cutesy. I think that it's going to be done very well. I think that thus far it's kind of like a comedy and kind of like this kind of whole very cutesy idea of how this girl is not the main character, but she is one of them. She is the dragon maid of someone else who saves her life. And thus far, from what I've seen of it, it's very cute. And I think it's going to be well done. I'm certainly going to watch out for it because it's out there. Anyway, besides some other series that may or may not be updated, which I haven't put in here yet because no episodes have come out, and I don't know if they're going to be updated. That's about it. There's a couple of other things that I enjoyed there too, but I haven't watched yet, like Seiren, I haven't watched yet, but I want to watch it. A couple of other things, but anyway, I think that all the picks I have in here are certainly well worth it, and I am strongly looking forward to a lot of the anime this season, as I think any one of these picks is going to be fantastic to watch. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Top Winter 2017 anime picks for me, the OtomenOtaku. Those were not in any particular order, just things to look out for, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.